Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and here I am cleaning the bedroom carpet. I cleaned this carpet a couple of years ago. This room, family room, and there's another room over there. I've done the family room and I've done that room, and now I'm doing the master bedroom and the closet. Carpet is actually 4 years old, and this is a polyester carpet. And as you can see, it's very soiled right here, but as the customer and I were discussing, this carpet is actually really showing quite a lot of wear. She told me actually when she was looking at cleaning the carpet this time, she was looking at it and she realized the carpet is rather worn for only 4 years old, and it is. And that's unfortunate that, unfortunately it is normal now to see these polyester carpets, you know, usually within 4 or 5 years, they're pretty worn out. And this is this lady, she's a widower, older lady. She's here by herself. Obviously, she doesn't spend an awful lot of time in her bedroom. She's out and about. In her kitchen, family room is where she spends most of her time. And yet, this carpet in the traffic area, like in here and around to the bathroom and into the closet, it's got a very clear and obvious wear path. You know, this is the kind of wear we would typically see on a nylon carpet after 10 or more years. And we can get a nylon carpet easily 15 to 20 years out of a nylon carpet, as long as it's maintained, you know, pretty well. But these polyesters, they do not stand up. You know what's interesting? If you go into the carpet store, I remember some time ago going into one of the carpet stores, and they had this little display set up. They had a piece of nylon carpet on one side of the display and a piece of polyester on the other side, and a sign above it and everything. And they're kind of showing apparently how that the polyester carpet was standing up better with the wear, or against the wear, as opposed to the nylon carpet. And it was very impressive. And I remember looking at it thinking, well, that ain't true. You know, it's all how they present it and the things that they say. And the reality is that as carpet cleaners, we're cleaning this stuff every day, and we know the polyesters do not stand up very well. And it can't. It's physically not possible, because the polyester fiber itself is a softer fiber. It's just the nature of the fiber. And as carpet cleaners, you know, we are out there cleaning these carpets, and you know, you walk into a house and you're looking at the carpet, you see the wear, because, you know, your eye is used to seeing it, and the customer isn't aware. They're just thinking, oh, that's a dirty path in my carpet. And then you're the one that has to say, actually, ma'am, although there is soil present here, a lot of what you're seeing is wear on the fiber. And having to explain that to the customer after the carpet's a year or two old, you know, it's like, wait a minute, my it's new, they'll say. Unfortunately, no, it's not. And unfortunately, it doesn't stand up like, you know, the carpet that you grew up on, that your parents had, that lasted 20 years. This isn't it. It's not the same thing at all. People don't realize that. They just look at the carpet and think, well, it's just a carpet. You know, the one that I had in my parents' home when I grew up, it was 20 years old and still looked good. And you have to, unfortunately, let them know that this particular carpet that you paid good money for isn't going to stand up, and you can't fix it. Just by cleaning it doesn't fix that, and that's a hard thing to sometimes to explain to people. I'm going to move this back a little bit. Just want to get that little spot right there, which is a weird little worn patch right there. But anyway, So we as carpet cleaners, we obviously have to face this all the time, where we have to, be the bearer of bad news about the carpet. That, yes, it's true that they are capable of making carpets that'll last 10 years, 20 years, even 30 years, actually. And we all know that as carpet cleaners, but now you've got to explain it to your customer that it's... And one of the best analogies is to tell I find is, it's like appliances. And then everybody nods their head. Oh, yeah, appliances, right, We used to make appliances that would last 20 years or so. Now, 5 years, and often they're done for. And usually it's the control panel or some kind of a computer module inside that fails, and then turns out that to replace the module, that it'll cost you more than, or nearly the same amount of money as actually replacing the appliance, and so there's no sense in doing it. And even if you decide to do that, if they go to order the part, well, yeah, it'll be 3 or 4 months before your washing machine is ready to be used again. No, that's not going to work, especially if they got a family. And unfortunately, this is the reality of the way things are nowadays. They make things badly. They don't really intend to have them be repairable. It's kind of ironic that all these companies are supposed to be going all ecologically friendly and everything, but they make appliances that within a few years you have to junk them. And at the end of the day, and carpet, of course, and at the end of the day, it's the intention is, I think it's in a lot of ways purposeful, because these companies, they don't make any money unless they sell their products. It's like the BMW car. Lots of people like the BMW because they're a high-end luxury car, but boy, oh boy, they break far more often than an average car does. And when they do break, it's horrendously expensive to repair them. And they have built-in obsolescence now. There's a YouTube channel that I watch. Actually, you want to watch a really good YouTube channel, I talk about this all the time, is the Car Ninja. He's got specializes in BMWs, and you can watch him, listen to him as he's working on these cars, and I'll just park that over there for now. And he'll tell you that 20 years ago, BMWs were a much better built vehicle, and now they're just building them in such terrible quality. They're even putting plastic guides and the timing chains and things like that wear out very rapidly, and then to replace the timing chain is a horrendously complicated job. And they're replacing it every 30 or 40,000 miles, which is just ridiculous. Or, Audi is the same with problems with their vehicles. One of their motors, I can think of right off the bat, apparently it's very prone to carboning up, and it just, you think that after all these years of them making these appliances and these cars and these carpets, the manufacturers would understand what works and what doesn't. You think they don't understand? I think they do. And that's precisely why they make things the way they are. They know for a fact that a polyester carpet will not stand up as well as a nylon carpet. But it costs them less to make a nylon carpet. And that means they have a higher profit margin when they sell it. And then if it's going to be wearing out and being replaced within 5 years instead of 10 or 15, well, that helps the bottom line too. But we're the carpet cleaner, and we have to deal with these, what really in fact is an inferior product, and we have to clean it as best we can. And unfortunately, we get to tell the customer the bad news. But most people understand that, and you can show that to them. And if you've been watching my channel, you know I've got that little piece of acrylic tubing, and I can show people what's going on, between the distortion of the pile, which occurs quite dramatically in the traffic lanes, and the untwisting of the iron, which all affects the way the carpet looks, and then the dulling of the surface of the fiber that leaves the surface no longer able to reflect the light like the areas where there hasn't been the wear. Being able to explain that to your customer is definitely something you really need to know how to do, I think. But you as a carpet cleaner, when you walk in the door and you are seeing that, you need to be able to tell the difference between a carpet that's simply soiled and a carpet that's soiled and worn, and you can't unwear it. And by the way, when you've got a carpet that's got this dulled surface on it from the abrasion, putting peroxide in your cleaner isn't going to make that more reflective. It's still going to be dull and non-reflective. You do want to clean it as thoroughly as you can, and that's really all you can do. And that's one of the reasons why I found that either the white fiber pad or especially the Hogs fiber pad seems to work very well at removing any of the soiling that is really sticking to the polyester fiber. And polyesters, by the way, are much more absorbent to oil. They will absorb oils very readily, and that dulls the carpet as well. So you want to get those oils off, and so I find that with the rotary and using the Hogs fiber pad, it seems to really be the right combination for getting the maximum cleaning power on the polyester carpet. So now we're going to go back here and I'm going to move that over, and we're going to do the B side. It's actually not that bad. The family room, which was quite a bit smaller than this, the pad was really quite a bit blacker. But that's where she's spending most of her time, of course. So now we're going to do the B side and run over the traffic areas one more time. So this carpet's going to look good. It's certainly going to look clean, but it will remain, this darker path to a certain extent will remain because it is a wear path on the carpet. But my customer was aware of that right away. We discussed this and made sure that she understood that wear is wear and dirt is dirt. I'll get the dirt out. I'll make the carpet look good, but I cannot unwear it. But once I finish, after I've done the second time with the Ironman pad, I will then be coming back in a few minutes, and I'll be grooming with the vacuum, and that'll stand it all up, and it'll look good. But I can't unwear the worn path on the carpet. So anyway, I hope that, if you're a carpet cleaner and you're running into this, and I'm sure you are, I hope this will help you to, be able to understand what is happening on these carpet fibers. And if you're new into the business and you don't have the history like some of us do, I mean, we were there when I was cleaning carpet back when nylon really began to be the thing. It was everywhere. And there was a first generation nylon, and then a second generation nylon, and a third, and a fourth. I used to have a really neat little device, which I lost, unfortunately, that actually showed the different, had 3 or 4, I think it was 4 different examples of the nylon fibers, because the first nylon fibers were just a round filament. Literally looked like a fishing line. It was round, and it cleaned really, really good. And one of the things was that I guess they figured out that the round filament sort of magnified the appearance of soil on the nylon, on the carpet. Anyway, the second generation of nylon was still around, but what they did is they scuffed up the exterior so that it gave it a less reflective appearance, so that it kind of hid the soil. And both of those carpets cleaned really well. And then they made the third generation nylon, which was a trilobal shape. And the idea was that the trilobal shape hid soil. And I think they probably did. And all those nylons they cleaned, when you clean them, man, they clean fantastic. And then there was another generation of nylon. I can't quite remember what the difference was. I think it seems to me they put carbon in the fiber or something to reduce the static, I think. I can't remember that now. But anyway, now we still run into nylon carpet quite a bit. But if the house is just a few years old, it's highly unlikely it'll be a nylon carpet, unfortunately. In fact, I went into a carpet store 6 months ago, maybe, and I asked to see what nylon carpets they were selling, and they just said, well, we don't even sell it anymore. It was all polyester. Oh, and me and the carpet guy, we were both lamenting the fact that it's all polyester. He says, I know. This is all we got now. This is all they're making, at least in his case, or all they were bringing in. Maybe you can still get the nylons. Maybe you can order them, but it's more expensive. But anyway, that's the story. So we're going to be going over here, and I'll be checking the B side. And I think then I'll go and room what I cleaned. You look at this. See how the carpet did not look that bad, but both sides. I'm going to go get another pad from the van, and I'm going to run over it again because I'm pulling out so much oil. This is oils that are coming out of the carpet. And it's, see how dark that pad is? So anyway, I'm going to go grab another pad, and I'll continue on. So I'll let you go. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.